Everyone, I'm Nana and you're watching Read Art Man. So let's come today. We'll read a classic tales, The Adventure of Tom Sawyer, and illustrated beautiful storybooks. So let's come. What inside this book? There are some beautiful stories of Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer, an orphan, lived with his aunt Polly, her daughter Mary, and his younger brother Sid. He was extremely naughty. Not a bad day passed without him getting into trouble. He was walloped by Aunt Polly again that day, and she punished him by asking him to paint the fence instead of playing. He carried the basket of paint and the brush outside and looked miserably at the 9-foot-long fence. Then he got a bright idea. He began painting the fence, whistling happily. Many boys passing by stopped, for he seemed to be enjoying himself. "Not everyone gets to paint a fence, do they?" he said. Soon the boys had become so curious that they were willing to give him their treasure if he allowed them a chance to paint. He collected marbles, a key, a dog collar, chalk, and tadpoles from them. He lay back munching apples while others painted the fence. His friend was Huckleberry Finn, the son of a local drunkard. Huck was usually dirty, wore old tattered clothes, and spent his time swimming and fishing. One morning, on his way to school, Tom saw Huck carrying a dead cat. "Want to come?" invited Huck. "I am going to call the spirits tonight at the graveyard with this cat." Tom agreed, but had to finish with school that day. He was happy making friends with Bucky Thatcher, Judge Thatcher's daughter, who was new in class, but the teacher catch him drawing things for her instead of doing his lesson, and he was in trouble again. Tom crept out at night and went with Huck to the grave. Hearing voices, they hid behind a tree and saw 3 men with tools and a lantern. They recognized Dr. Robinson with Muff Potter and Injun Joey, who were local ruffians. The man got into a fight with the doctor. Potter fell down unconscious, and Injun Joey killed the doctor and blamed Potter for it. The boys were terrified and ran away. They decided to keep quiet or Injun Joey would kill them too. The next day, everyone knew about the doctor's murder. Muff Potter was arrested as his knife was found there. The boys felt guilty and went sometimes to meet Muff in the jail. Muff Potter was being tried in court for murder, feeling very guilty. Tom finally told the truth in court about Muff's innocence. He said that Injun Joey had killed Dr. Robinson. Muff was let off and a reward was offered to catch Injun Joey. Tom was treated like a hero. One day, Tom and Huck decided to go on a treasure hunt inside an old haunted house. When they heard voices, they hid themselves. They saw Injun Joey and another man hiding treasure in a box there. The boys overheard one of them saying, "We'll hide it under the cross in number 2. They wondered where this would be and finally decided to must be one of 2 taverns in town. They decided to keep watch, and then, afraid the fellows would return, they escaped. Sometime later, Bucky invited many friends for a picnic at McDougall's cave on Cardiff Hills. As the children wandered around, Tom and Becky got lost, for the caves were like a maze. Meanwhile, the Huck had been watching at an inn where they thought Injun Joey was hiding. He saw 2 men carrying a heavy box to Widow Doggle's house one night, and following them He saw it was Injun Joey and another man. Injun Joey said he wanted to take a revenge on widow Douglas because her husband had whipped him. Huck called a neighbor, Mr. Jones, and his sons, who shot at the two men. Frightened, they ran away. Huck told Mr. Jones about Injun Joey's plan against widow Douglas. The widow took charge of Huck as she was grateful. The people searched for Tom and Becky in the caves for 3 days but could not find them. Becky was frightened, for the caves were dark and full of coves and bears. Tom saw a dim light going to it and found Injun Joey hiding in caves, and he ran back to Becky. He used some kite string that he had in his pocket to find a way out of the cave and returned home. He told Judge Thatcher about finding Injun Joey in the cave. He led them there, but they saw that he lay dead, trapped in a cave. Tom and Huck discovered the box in a cave marked with a cross. They brought the treasure to the town, and there were $12,000 in the bag. Judge Thatcher divided it between Tom and Huck. Thank you for watching, and here is the complete of my book.